she had, they walked out the door, leaving you sad. They'll never come back, you can't save today. Move on with your life, let it fade away. The fear, well, everyone knows that it's been a few years. Things have been hard, now you gotta move on. You can't have the truth for the rest of your life. Silence once it comes to you, a clever thought in a crowd of fools, believed by none and lost on you. Somewhere out there, you know inside of you, you'll find all the right things to do. No one cares what you've been through. When the world comes to do you wrong, where do you belong? All beliefs you'll have to pardon. I'd like to stay in the garden. Thicker skin will have to harden. Leave me in the garden. Treasure memories of the
EST 2016. This is EP reviews, interviews, opinions, and more. This is The Hodder Show.
What is up, everybody? We are rolling audio and video here today on the 250th Livecast extravaganza. We're trying this once again here. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic. Thanks so very much for tuning in and clicking that play button on today's episode of the podcast, the Livecast. And as always, in true Harder Show fashion, everything is fantastically working until I press play. Or until I press stream, it seems. That rhymes. See what I did there? But I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic. We are going to have a lot of fun here tonight, hopefully. Hopefully I can entertain you for a little while, get you out of the state of the world, and we can have some fun. We're going to talk about some things in the past, hopefully get some fun chat going in the live chat, which you can find just to the left, I think, of your YouTube here. I'm actually going to just pull up my app real quick because I know I was already being messaged by my man Pat asking where the chat is. So if you pull up the thing on YouTube, Pat, and where the hell is it? That is a great question. There should be a little thing that shows up that says live chat, like if you're looking at it like a normal YouTube video. And it actually looks good. That's good because I wasn't sure if the stream was coming in clear or not. You will find it just to not the thumb up or thumb down, but directly next to it, there should be a little thing that says live chat. If you click on that, it should pop up. And we have our first live chat here. Of course, it's Woody. Who else would it be? The heel himself, my co-host on Mics and Beers, the heel, Ryan Wood. What's up, buddy? How you doing? And how are you guys all doing? I can see we've got a few people currently watching. So be sure to comment. Let me know who you are. Let's have some fun with this here today. And we're getting things started off here. Because this is a celebration. We got to 250 episodes of this bullshit. Who would have thunk it that I would be able to keep focus enough to do something for 250 episodes? I sure as hell didn't. I don't know. I always knew I'd get to 100, because I knew I was dedicated. And I knew I was pretty sure I'd get to 250. But some shit went down late last year and early this year in regards to the show that really hurt the show big time, unfortunately. And we'll get into that because I think it's fun because there might be some people that don't actually know what happened. The show was about this close to being completely over. But we'll talk about that. But this is a celebration. We're going to have a good time here. And we're starting things off right proper. My friends, my family. Y'all, if y'all have been listening and watching from day one, y'all my family at this point. Let's be serious. So this one's for you guys. Clank down the hatch. Oh. Nothing in this world feels like this shit right here going down. A little Sambuca action going on here for the 250th episode of the show. I'm pretty sure this is the first time I have ever done a shot on the Harder Show. I think that might be a first. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that might be a first. But we're going to have some fun here. Woody, thank you very much for letting me know the sound and camera is good. I was really worried. Again, full disclosure, I was doing this earlier. And then I quit out because I wasn't sure if anyone could hear me. And my thing kept popping up saying that everything was shit. And, I was like, oh no. So I quit out of it and started again. But that's okay. We're here. And actually, I'm using a different version of the live software. And it seems to be working a little better. Oh my. Ladies and gentlemen, in the house, the Jaybird himself, Mr. Jason Reese from Jaybird Digital Arts, my man. Oh yeah, this guy right here. The man for graphic design and art and album covers and all of that fun stuff. He is the literal man. And as you can see to my... this way, over here. Look at that badass logo. You guys see that? Look right over here. That is badass. To my left? No. Yeah, my right. Your guy's right, my left. Yeah. I get confused by this shit. That's why I don't do it a lot. But this right here, look at that badass logo. Jason Reese is the man, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I can say. And you know what? Fuck it. Let's do a shot for Jason Reese, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do a shot for Jason Reese. And I'm out of Sambuca. That's a problem, folks. That is a problem. This one's for you, buddy. Clank. It's not whiskey or no, you don't drink whiskey. What do you usually drink? I can't remember. We were literally having this conversation not that long ago. But either way, this one's for you, buddy. Clank. Oh, yeah. That's that good shit. It's actually great, too, because what the Sambuca does, because it does burn nice going down, kind of like a whiskey or whatever, it actually helps kind of burn anything that's in your throat. Like if you got some phlegm happening, it actually burns it out, and I'm a fan of that. That's why I drink Sambuca all the time. Truth be told. But, whew, I just did 4 shots of Sambuca, because I did one before. Yeah, you drink scotch, Jason. That's right. You drink scotch. And Woody, we do take shots of water all the time. How was the pay-per-view? I'm curious, by the way. Yeah, Jason, you drink scotch. I couldn't remember if you drank whiskey or scotch or rum or what it was. But, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Patrick Delaire is in the house. Thy god of all guitar things. My music soulmate. The man who makes music I just want to yell over, okay? That's the guy right there. The riff lord himself is in his house. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Yeah, the scotch is where it's at, man. But this Sambuca, this right here, if you're ever unsure of what to get TJ for his birthday, this is a nice little ball out of this shit right here. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you see that? Can you see what's going on here? You see that? We got ourselves a little bit left here. Only one thing to do now, folks. Clank. Just a sip. Just a little sippy sip. We're drinking tonight here on the Hotter Show, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it is. So Woody, it was a B+. Hey, that's good. That's good. We'll have to catch up about it after the stream ski, because I'm really curious how they pulled off the the ladders and all that. We're talking about Money in the Bank. For those of you who are not aware, that's what we are. Me and Craft Woody, my co-host or the host on Mikes and Beers, which is the other podcast that I graciously co-host with my man Craft Woody and of course Miss Samantha R.Q. Luxton. And actually, in true Mikes and Beers fashion, ladies and gentlemen, we're taking a page out of that book, because we got a mic, we got video rolling, we're celebrating here today the 250th episode of the Hotter Show. So what better way to celebrate than with a nice ice cold Coors Banquet right here. It's going down on the Hotter Show. We're stealing Mikes and Beers gimmick, folks. Oh yeah, that's it. Oh, it's so good. Always remember, folks, liquor before beer, you're in the clear. Beer before liquor, that's a whole other story, folks. Or what is it? That liquor before beer, you're in the clear. Beer before liquor, never been sicker. That's it. 12 Barrels is a great whiskey, or a great scotch, excuse me. I rather like scotch. I'm gonna have to try more scotch, because I don't really drink scotch a lot. I really don't. And I think I need to get into it more. But we got 6 people watching now. Holy crap. This might be one of the biggest turnouts I think I've ever had for a live cast. So again, if you're listening, join in the chat. Have some fun. The live chat. I'm going to bamble on and talk about some really kind of funny things. I was mentioning earlier, for those of you who are just joining us, number one, I don't actually know if I mentioned it in this stream or not, but I do have a surprise. and I'm very excited about it. I have something I've been holding on to. Excuse me. Good Lord Almighty. Excuse me. Another reason why I don't live stream, folks. Can't fix it in post. This is not Mikes and Beers, folks. Oh, we will definitely drink scotch on the Jaybird interview. That interview, I say all the time, like, oh, this interview's been a long time coming. Nah. The Jaybird Digital Arts interview has been like 3.5 years in the making. By the time it probably happens, it'll be 4 years in the making at the rate that the world is right now. So we are going to have to, I'm going to have to take a cab home, man. I don't know. We're going to get drunk and tell secrets and oh, it is going to be so fun. I'm looking forward to that so very much. Just like I was looking forward to this, man. I was excited about this all freaking week to do this live cast and hang out with you guys and do a few shots on camera and all that fun stuff. Awesome. Cheers again, folks. Clank. So, again, if you're watching, be sure to join the live chat. Let me know who you are. Let me know where you're at. Any shares or anything are seriously appreciated. Thank you very much. We're up to probably some of the most people I've had watching it for an extended period of time ever for a live cast, so this is cool. Everything seems to be working, so that's good, man. That's good. All's good here on the Harder Show. In the world, a lot of shit going down out there. So I hope that you guys are staying healthy and happy, and your loved ones are all happy and healthy and all that fun stuff. And I'm not going to dwell on that or anything. The only thing I want to lead off with is I didn't really tell the story as far as what happened to me. And it's not bad. Everything's fine. I'm good. But your boy had a little run-in with the Rona. And what was really funny about it was the 2 episodes that I released, so not last episode, but 2 episodes before, I talked about how, like, there's no way I'm going to get sick. There's no way Rona's taking me down, blah, 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 blah. And guess what the fuck happened? I ended up getting sick. Not with the coronavirus. I am okay. Perfectly fine. But I basically got sick with what the doctor called a very odd, mild case of strep throat. Attacked one side of my throat, attacked my ear. It was brutal. I was in agony for a couple days, but otherwise I was fine. And so when the time came for me to possibly have to get some medicine, because I thought it was maybe an ear infection, called up the telehealth of the doctor or whatever the fuck, and they're like, hey, so you need to come in and get tested because you have symptoms. And I'm like, okay. So I go in, and the person on the phone was like, listen, the doctor may not want to test you. I don't know. It's really hard to say. You probably don't have it. You're probably fine, but you're going to have to talk to the doctor. I said, cool. So I go in, and the doctor asked me a few questions. Where do you work? How do you feel? And I felt fine that day, which was really frustrating. I just wanted to go back to work, guys. I was ready to go back to work at that point. It was on day 4 at that point. Excuse me, that I was off, so I was chomping at the bit to go back to work. Excuse me, what was it, day 3? I think it was day 3. And literally, he's like, okay, because of where you work, I need to test you for COVID. And I was like, okay. So he takes this gimmick. It's about this long. About a pencil. Nothing crazy. About a pencil length. And there's cotton about up to here. Yeah. So he takes this object. And he lubes it up real nice, which was nice of him to do. I appreciated that. And as he's going to stick this thing in my nose, I go, oh, I have a deviated septum. Will that make a difference? And he stops dead in his tracks. And he goes, oh yeah, it will. He said, this could be very painful and uncomfortable for you. I'm like, Great. Why? Because why wouldn't it be, you know? So he's like, yeah, I might need to do this a couple times, depending on how bad the deviation is. Because basically what it is, for those of you who don't know what deviated septum is, there's cartilage in the back of my nose here that's broken. It's not a broken nose, it's deviated septum, whatever. So he he goes, okay. He just shoves it in, like full on, just goes for it. Okay. And he starts wiggling around. And I mean, you can feel it. Like, you feel it in there. It's like, ha, ha. He's like, you're going to have some mild discomfort. He's just fucking wiggling this thing around. And I'm like, ha, ha. It's making me laugh because I'm picturing myself in that moment. Because I'm probably just sitting there like, ha. And he goes, okay. He pulls it out. He goes, okay, I think we're good. And then he hands the swab over to the nurse, and he's like, and he does the other one. It's fucking doctor. He's like, I don't know if I actually got back to where I need to go. He's like, we got to do it again. So he shoves it in the other nose, and back he goes. Same thing. I'm sitting there, ha, 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 because it feels weird. Like, I can't, I've had, like, scopes shoved up my nose and stuff, and like a little camera scope thing to see how bad my deviation was. And that was uncomfortable and painful. This was just not comfortable. So the moral of the story is, folks, stay home, wash your hands and shit, because you don't want to have to get tested for COVID. Shout outs to the individual I know who actually has COVID. Hope you're doing well, my man. All love, homie. And that was basically my run-in with the Rona. And then I spent 4 days in complete self-isolation from everybody, including Sam, locked in our bedroom, and I literally made a shit ton of chinlock wrestling characters on WWE 2K20 because I needed a task for myself because I was going to go crazy. So that's what I did, and that's why I did it. For those of you who are wondering, I did not sit for a whole bunch of time randomly when I had all this different stuff to do and, you know, make a bunch of video game characters. I actually set off to do the task. So then they called me up and said, you're good to go. I'm like, right on. I call work. I'm ready to come back. And they're like, okay, give us a few days. And I'm like, shit. So all's well that ends well. I'm fine. But yeah, that was my little run-in with the Rona. With the Rona. So I hope you guys are not having to deal with anything at all like that. If you did, though, let me know. I'd love to hear your guys' stories. Just, you know, as long as they're, like, you know, fun stories. It's not like you know someone who passed away or anything. Because, I mean, obviously, my sincerest condolences. That's horrible. But, you know, I mean, if you want to share it, by all means, you know. But if you have a story about the corona or something funny, I'd love to hear it. Because that's what these livecasts are all about, folks. It's interaction with the people watching. And as far as kind of some other stuff I want to talk about, obviously, I'm going to take a swig of my Coors Banquet real quick here. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Right now, we are at a very crucial point in the career of the Hodder Show. Because what I've been doing lately is this is going to go one of two ways. I am either going to keep going on the trajectory that I'm going and try new things, like doing more video podcasts, which I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on that. If you like them, if you don't like them, if you'd rather just audio, if you don't give a shit either way, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on that, because that's something that's doing the video is a lot more work. But if people enjoy it, then I could do it. It's definitely doable. A lot of issues obviously being my setup, which I'm going to talk about a little later, the major issue that I had that was kind of funny, just to touch on it, because it's a retrospective episode as well here. And it's funny because doing the video stuff, I always have to be more cautious with what I do, because there are times There's a little behind the scenes here. There are times when I'm doing a podcast, and I'll be doing random stuff. Like, the way I focus the best is when I'm keeping myself busy while the person's talking. And if I don't keep myself busy while they're talking, this is how I usually look. This is my deep thinking face. Looks like I'm bored and falling asleep. This is what it looks like. Not very pleasant. No one wants to see that. So I've realized when I'm doing the video stuff, excuse me, I've really got to do this shit or whatever. Not this specifically, but I don't know what the fuck that was. But it's always funny to when I like look back on videos, I always have a chuckle because I'm like, man, what the fuck was I doing? Yeah, Jason, video is a challenge. Luckily, I found a program that works great, and it's free and everything, so that's good. I do need to get a new laptop desperately because that would help immensely with things. But unfortunately, this damn Rona kind of put a bit of a damper on some plans that I had and on some life stuff. But that's okay. That's okay because we had a pretty major setback earlier. Well, actually, technically last year. And it was a hell of a setback. And for those of you who don't know, those of you who literally regularly listen to my show, you've probably already heard me talk about this, so I apologize. But those of you who don't regularly listen to my show, basically, the Harder Show was this close, like that close, to just, I was going to be done. And it's not because I don't love doing this, because you know I do. I absolutely love doing this podcast. This podcast is a part of me. It is my outlet. If I don't podcast for a period of time, I start to go crazy. And I start to ramble on aimlessly in normal conversation about just nothing. Excuse me. So, as much as I enjoy doing this podcast for entertainment purposes for you guys and for other people, it's really something that is for me as well, you know? And I thank you guys for that, because at the end of the day, if nobody tuned in at all, would it be worth it? I don't think so at this point. But what ended up happening was we lost the main hosting site for the Harder Show. And what that means is that the site that I used to upload the podcast to then have it distribute all over the internet was unable to continue hosting the Harder Show. Now, what I mean by that is the SoundCloud that I was using since literally day one and paid a lot of money into to use has a limit on the certain amount of tracks you can upload onto your USS feeds, which basically or RSS feeds, excuse me. All you need to really know is that's how the show gets to Spotify and Apple and blah, 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 blah. So I discovered this. New person who is currently watching, be sure to go on the chat. Let me know who you are. Say hello. Let me know if you have a question or anything. I'm going to be doing a Q&A in just a few minutes here. I'm going to get the Q&A-ish stuff started because we always have fun with that. Especially with some of these hooligans we got in the chat right now. I'm sure it'll be a good time. I'm counting on you guys to have some funny stuff to ask or say. But basically, they have a certain amount of tracks you can upload. And I did not know that until I couldn't upload it anymore. And it was actually my interview with Kyle from the Crease Rule, which was the last episode of the show that I had on SoundCloud, but also that I recorded the way I had started recording and was recording that way for a long time. And that worked really well. I think it sounded great. I don't think my show's ever sounded better and I was really happy with how the way things were going. Things were really starting to do this big time. It really, really was. And I don't say this at all in a disparaging way because we're good. Like I said, I was, for a couple days there, it was a little rough, but I'll get into that in a minute. But basically, I was unable to upload the show unless I removed old episodes. And the archived episodes of The Harder Show still get traction. I'd say probably maybe 30% of my listenership is episodes that are like older, like way older. So I didn't want to remove them. I'm like, why the hell would I do that? That doesn't make any sense. That was a solution they gave me. They said, just remove a bunch of old tracks. And I was like, no, I pay you guys a good amount of money every month and have for the last 4 years. There's nothing you can do. And they said, nope, sorry. So I went, okay, got to move on. So on top of the fact that I had to leave my main hosting site behind, which means there was a good chunk of my listenership I left behind. And that sucked. I was getting to the point where I was getting, a decent amount of 100 to 200 downloads a week for quite a while there. There was a couple weeks I had almost 1,000 downloads. There was a week I had 1,000 downloads. Things were going really well. Which, some of that stuff's going to account to spam and bots and all that kind of fun stuff. But at the end of the day, I was seeing some really good numbers. And after 4 years of work, or about 4 years of work, I was really like, okay, this is really cool. This is awesome. It's happening. That's not why I'm doing this show, but it's like, it helps. You know what I'm saying? It helps. And the next day, my Mac dies. Done. Dead. I can fix it, but for the amount of money it's going to take me to fix the Mac, I could just buy a new freaking laptop. So RIP Mac. It is dead. It is done. And all within the span of 24 hours, I lost my Mac. I lost the site that I host the podcast on. Basically, the main thing of that being I lost a big chunk of my listenership. And my car was broken into and I lost some podcast gear. All in the span of like 48 hours. So, needless to say, I was pretty defeated, guys. I'm not going to lie. I was pretty down and out. I was just like, fuck, man. Like, this is a blow I'm never going to recover from. You know the Joe Exotic meme? With this, I'm never going to financially recover from this. That was my ass, but it was like, I'm never going to recover from this. And all around that time, we came up on the 4-year anniversary of The Harder Show. And I was very ready to drop a video basically saying, on the 4-year anniversary of The Harder Show, I'm announcing that the show is done. I was about that close. Just because I was so like, how the hell am I going to come back from this? I'm going to have to scratch and claw my way back from nothing, from zero. Yes, obviously some of my listeners are going to follow me. And you have no idea how grateful I am for that. But at the end of the day, a lot of people only had SoundCloud. And it got very heavy there for a couple days. Because I was just like, fuck, like, oh man. It was bad. It was really bad. Because this podcast is my main hobby. It's my life, man. Like, I love doing this shit. And I was like, am I just going to have to call it a day? And maybe you're right. It was time to move on. It was time to rebrand a little bit, maybe, and things were already kind of heading in that direction. I was sort of getting ready to look at getting off of SoundCloud and how can I do that? I tried another platform before. They sucked. And the moral of the point I'm getting at here with this long, elongated story here is I was very defeated and very close to tapping out, guys. I was just, yeah, I was done. Not to get like too sappy or anything, but I was like, this is just too much. Like, I'm not going to recover from this. And Sam was a humongous help. She's my rock in everyday life, and even with this, she was just like, well, like, what can you do? You know, just do what you need to do to make this happen. It makes you happy. Just do it. If it's a new laptop, we'll figure it out. And, you know, financially, there's just no way. So I said, we're not doing that. And as things go, right around that time, some stuff in my personal life that I was really waiting for, that I really needed a win. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to go into it right now because, unfortunately, it's kind of been put on hold for right now because of COVID. But let's just say I got a humongous fucking win that I was really, really waiting for. And it was a kind of a life-changing win. It's job-related. I can't really talk about any more than that. Nothing's happening right now, but those of you who know, but it's something I was working towards my entire life, and I finally am going to get the opportunity. So, like, that was like, holy shit, this is really good. Right around that time as well, I, got to spend some time with Mr. Jason Reese, J Bridges Arts. We went to a Chinlock wrestling show, and I got to see my friends, which was awesome. My brothers, Jason, I don't even remember if I talked to you about this. I feel like I must have. Because I remember anytime I'm around Jason, there's been more than once where Jason's like kind of talked me off the ledge a little bit. So I'm not surprised he did it again, if indeed I did talk to you about it. I don't know if I talked about literally the fact that I was ready to release a video saying I was done. I don't know if I talked to you about that. I think now this is just something you're maybe hearing for the first time perhaps. But I mean, I was down and out, and after, of course, talking with Jason about all this stuff and these plans I have and all the stuff I want to do, I was rejuvenated. Seeing the boys, I was rejuvenated, seeing some great wrestling, I was rejuvenated. Talking with some fellow podcasters at the show, I was rejuvenated, man. And I came home. I took a couple weeks off from the show because I was like, there's no fucking way. Like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. And I came home. And I had a conversation with Sam that was really interesting because she said, before you had the Mac and you had all this fancy stuff, how did you do this podcast? This podcast started with my dumbass, one microphone, and an iPhone to record it. Or an iPod, actually. Which, funny enough, well, where did you go, iPod? Oh man, where'd it go? It was here. All right, pretend I'm holding an iPod because I have it around here somewhere. For sentimental value, it would really be really nice if I could find it right now. But that's how I started it. So she said, "What can you do to get back at it?" And this little guy here is how the show was able to keep going. This is a company you will never hear me say a goddamn bad word about. This is Zoom, the H1N recording device. Sam got it for me as a gift, I believe for Christmas a couple years ago, or my birthday. I can't recall at the moment. And I sat down and I recorded an episode of the show just like I used to. And it was very rejuvenating and very freeing and it was heavy. Because I went from... oh, and also I forgot to mention, I had to go back to using the original program that I used to record, which, basically I was using like a really top-notch program, and I had to go way back down to a program that is great. Don't get me wrong, but like it's a downgrade. Because I had to get off the Mac, I had to go back to using the other program. And so it was very humbling. And I sat and I did the episode. And it got a little heavy at the end there. Because I was like, I can fucking do this. I can do this. Are you kidding me? after all the bullshit and the late nights and the last minute cancels for interviews and me having to reschedule stuff and me doing podcast interviews on literally 2 hours of sleep after being up for 24 hours and stuff to just get this show to happen. There's no fucking way that I'm going to call it a day now or at any time in the future. The only way this show is ending is if either I die or you guys stop listening completely. It doesn't happen yet, so we're good on that. But yeah, just so thank you guys so much for following me onto Anchor, which is the new way you can listen to The Harder Show, anchor.fm. Cannot say enough good things about them. Wonderful people, wonderful site. If you want to start a podcast or you have a podcast and you want a new way to host it, holy crap, Anchor is the way to do it. It's also free. So, that's something to think about there. And that's kind of my long, elongated story about how things came very close to coming to an end. And getting off the COVID and the negative crap and all that stuff. We're going to take another swig of the Coors Banquet here. I was thirsty. Excuse me, Jesus. Good Lord Almighty. Yeah, I knew you were bumming out. Yeah, I was pretty bummed out about it. But yeah, Zoom is badass. Jason, man, I love you. Thank you very much for everything. And obviously there's going to be no Jay Bridges Larts ad here today because, this is live. But let me tell you, folks, if you are in need of graphic design work, this right here, ladies and gentlemen, this is the guy, okay? This guy right here, whatever you need, he will make it happen for you. If you need a logo, we're doing an ad, fuck it. If you need a logo, if you need any kind of business cards, or you need some album art for your band, or you need a music video done, or t-shirts, anything at all to do with design or graphic design, you need to go on jaybirddigitalarts.com today, right now. If you've been sitting there going, I really want to get a new logo for my clothing store, but I just don't know. I think I'll stick with the same one. Maybe I'll go on Vistaprint. No, you will go on jaybirddigitalarts.com right now, and you will hit Jason up because he is the best in the business. I have literally sent him stuff that I have done in Paint. I'm not exaggerating. I have literally sent him stuff that I've designed in Microsoft Paint at work. And I go, I want this. And guess what he does? He makes exactly what I pictured every single time. I'll hit him up sometimes. This poor guy, man. I'll hit him up sometimes and just be like, I have this idea for something. And I'll just spew some bullshit at him. He'll be like, okay, thumbs up. And then a couple days later, boom, it's exactly what I pictured in my mind but couldn't explain. Every single time. So don't mess around with anybody else. Yes, there's a lot of great graphic design people out there, but he is the man. And also on top of the fact that he's the best and he's going to get it to you quickly but also affordably, he is just a wonderful human being who I love dearly. So if you're a friend of mine or your family and you support the show, be sure to check out jaybirddigitalarts.com right now, or check him out on the Facebook, Instagram, jaybirddigitalarts. Be sure to let him know that Hotter sent you. He'll give you a little discount ski as well for listeners of the Hotter Show. Who doesn't like that? Yeah, Jason has been doing a lot of wrestling t-shirts lately. All the stars of Chinlock Wrestling, basically, if they have a t-shirt, it was him. Also, a little company called House of Hardcore. No big deal or anything. He's done tons of stuff. Everything for Podbeard Network, basically. It's all him. It's all him. Everything that I do, it's all him. This thing right here. Wait. Yeah, this thing right here. That was all him. This thing right here. That was all him too. Look at that badass logo he did for himself. Mwah. Fantastic. Do I have anything else around here that was his? I don't think so. No. Okay, I don't. But jaybirddigitalarts.com, folks. Best in the business. Cannot say enough wonderful things about Jason. And yeah, I can't wait for our next Chinlock events either, my man. I really can. I'm very excited about it. And the announcement I have a little later on in the stream here also has to do with Jay Bridges Alerts. So stay tuned for that. I'm very excited. Something that I wanted to announce literally the week before COVID. So it's funny how that goes. But, man, we're hanging out. I've been blabbering on for like 40 minutes, so... What is going on in the chat ski here, ladies and gentlemen? I feel like I've maybe missed some stuff. Oh, shit. Ladies and gentlemen. Swig of beer here. For the mighty Chris from Dragged. Also of, I don't know how to pronounce the band name, Chris. I apologize. Avondale? Avondale? I think it's Avondale. Yeah. Chris is... Don't tell anyone I said this. I don't think I've ever said this before. But Chris is literally my favorite metal vocalist. Sorry. It's going to piss some people off. That's fine. As far as like the mid-range metal screams and stuff like that, as far as range, Chris is dumb man. Check out his new project, Dragged. It's kind of like a solo deal. He's doing the guitars and the bass and vocals for it. And it is heavy as shit and awesome. So be sure to check it out. Avondale are badass as well. They're kind of like pop punk meets like metalcore, I think. Chris, maybe you can elaborate a little more on that in the chat, but very badass, man. So thank you very much for tuning in, my man. I appreciate the hell out of it. And yeah, I always try to support my man. I do. I really do. And I mean it all from the bottom of my heart. So thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate your support. I don't support the music peeps in the area because I'm trying to get famous. You know, or because I'm trying to ride their coattails or whatever certain people have said about me in the past. I do it because I love it, because I want to support. That's it. That is it. And, you know, Chris, you're one of the people that I got to meet during this journey. That's been cool, man. That's been very cool. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much, man. And yeah, check out his single on Spotify. It is, whew. Check it out. Very good. Avondale is along the lines of Ghost Inside meets A Day to Remember. I like that. That's a very good comparison. So if you're into A Ghost Inside and A Day to Remember, check out Avondale. Badass band, ladies and gentlemen. Very badass. We now have another person joining the stream. We have 7 people currently watching, which is the most I've ever had on a stream watching. So thank you very much for tuning in. Let me know who you are. Go to the live chat. Depending on what device you're on, it'll either be down below the video if you're on the app. You'll see the little thumbs up and then the dislike. Click on the little chat thing, little live chat thing, and it'll be there. Yeah, showcasing musical talent. That's what the Harder Show is all about, man. I do a lot of other random stuff, but at the end of the day, the number one thing that the Harder Show was built on was me talking with musicians about music. And at the end of the day, that's what the Harder Show is going to be. At its core, it is a music interview and music showcasing podcast. That's literally what it's all about. Yeah, man, we do. And I heard about that, man. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that the rehearsal factory got shut down. But hopefully, with things starting to open up, maybe y'all can get back at it soon. It's hard because, you know, who was it hurting? Really, you know, someone snitched, which is not cool. You guys weren't hurting anybody. You weren't putting anyone in danger. It's an essential service. To me, it was, because I needed the drag DP, ladies and gentlemen. So, I don't know. But yeah, Chris was actually talking about, real quick, some past episodes just that I want to kind of look back on. Chris was actually one of my favorite interviews that I did was Chris and us and Ryan that was the first time that I had two people on that I had never met or really talked to. And that, like, we just had so much fun, and I just had so much freaking fun. And that was really fun. It's always fun to look back and think about episodes and people that I've had on and stuff. And, you know, I'd love to in the chat if you guys have a favorite episode from the past 250, which is obviously a lot. I'm not going to spend too much time on this or anything because I've always talked about the past and things of that nature. But I'd love to maybe hear your guys' thoughts. If there's an episode you really enjoy or types of episodes you enjoy or whatever, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on that. Yeah, Chris, maybe. I don't know, maybe you just drop a single. I don't know. It's hard to say, man. Like, selfishly, I'd love for you to drop it now as a 3-song EP, because then that means we could do our podcast covering it. I get some new tracks. Everybody's happy. But will you regret it in 2 weeks' time when things are back to normal a little bit? I don't know. Who's to say? Might be something worth waiting, man. Everything good in life comes to those who wait, my friend. That is, if that ain't true, I don't know what is. Everything good that's happened to me in my life happened when I showed patience, and I showed restraint in some ways. You know, all the good things in life came to me on that. So maybe wait. I don't know. That's maybe the way to go. But yeah, favorite episodes from the past 250. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Jason Reach, I am partial to episode 50. I am too, man. For those of you who don't know, episode 50, just real quick here, I did a live cast. This is when I was doing the live cast at the producer's house, Mr. Brandon Bowden. Big shouts to him. This show would not have happened without him, and it would not still be happening without him. And Jason was doing some t-shirts for me, and I ended up ordering the t-shirts and everything, and they ended up coming the day of the live cast. And I was like, oh man, like, I was so happy that they were there. But then also I was like, yo, if I knew like a couple hours earlier, I would have gone to get them. Because I don't think I had a car at the time. I think someone had to go somewhere, someone was at work or something of that nature. I don't remember what the deal was, but if I had known a couple hours earlier, I literally would have gone to get them, but that just wasn't how it worked out. So I was bummed out I didn't have them for the live cast, because I was going to be able to be like, look guys, t-shirts. But I was psyched because he had them. And everyone who had pre-ordered them were going to get their shirts very shortly. And he messages me literally like right before we're starting. And I'm smiling ear to ear because it's just making me smile. And I didn't know Jason extremely well at this point. He came on around episode, so right around episode 30. Because I believe episode 30 we launched the t-shirts, if I'm not mistaken. I like showed off the t-shirt. So it was right around there. I don't remember exactly when it was. I could probably go back and figure it out pretty easily, because I know I still have the messages when I messaged the Jaybird thing. Thank you, Kenny Cole, for that. He was the hookup for that. But anyway, so he's messaging me and he's like, hey, what's your address? And I was like, what? Like, I was so like out of it and in the zone because I was so nervous for doing another live cast. Because I only done, it was my 50th episode. And my dumbass is doing it live. You know, especially with the 30th episode, Brandon's just like, okay, go for it, you know. But the person you see before you is not the person that you saw before you 200 episodes ago on the 50th episode live cast. That's for damn sure. And I'm still learning and getting better at things and stuff of that nature. But So I just kind of like, what? So I hand my phone off to Brandon, and I'm like, can you just deal with this? Like, because I was like so in the zone at that point. I didn't really understand what he was asking. I didn't know if he was asking to ship them or whatever. I thought that's what he was asking. So we're halfway through the stream. And Brandon goes, there's a run-in. I'm like, oh, fuck, here comes Woody. I thought Woody's going to come running in, jump on camera, start punching me or something, you know. I was like, fuck, here we go. So I'm selling. I'm like, there's a run-in. And the way we had it set up, there was like a curtain. So I couldn't see the stairs coming down into the basement. So I do this. And I go, oh, damn. If it isn't Jason Reese himself, driving all the way from Belleville to Orono, which, if those of you who are not familiar, it's about an hour and 15, 20 minutes, hour and a half, give or take. Between an hour and a half, depending on how fast you're going. It's a tour, okay? He drove all that way for a guy that he really, let's be serious, barely knew at that point, to give me my t-shirts. And it was all caught on camera. It's a moment that I've shared more than once because it was such a special moment. Meant a lot to me. I got a little emotional afterwards. Sam pointed that out to me because she was watching. She said you literally almost started crying because you were like just so blown away. And from that, already before Jason was my guy, just because of the way that he had been and the way that he was and just how awesome of a human being he was. But from that freaking moment onward, Jason Reese was my guy. He's my family. So that's episode 50. That was a really special moment in the history of the Hodder Show. The first meeting of TJ Hodder and Jason Reese. And then we met a couple other times after that. And of course, the first time we actually really got to hang out, trying to think. That we really got to hang out was I went up to Sam's place to watch a pay-per-view. I think it was the first AEW pay-per-view, if I'm not mistaken. And literally, that was the first time we like really hung out. And then I was like, yo, this is the coolest dude ever. And then from there, we've gotten to hang out a couple times driving to the Chinlock shows, and those are always fun. So again, Jason, my man, thank you for everything. I appreciate the hell out of you, man. I really do. I feel like I never thank you enough for everything you do for the show, man. Seriously. Woody, I liked your episode with the Mikes and Beers host. Nah, he's a dick. No. we gotta do another episode of the Hodder Show with Craft Woody, though. I think Craft Woody of Mikes and Beers used to make an appearance. Because we had Boozenheimer on, of Your Average Noob, may they rest in peace. And then we had the heel Ryan Wood on a few times. But we've never had Craft Woody on. Maybe we need to remedy that. Maybe we need to make that happen. So something to think about. Yeah, that was fun. Anytime I got to have Woody on, that's always a good time. Those episodes were no work, man. They were just me hanging out, shooting the shit. For all seriousness, anytime I get to have buddies on, it's always fun because I don't have to like... It's not like some episodes when I do interviews where I have to like literally... It's like drawing blood from a stone, so to speak. So, but something to think about there, Craft Woody. Holy crap, ladies and gentlemen, how did I miss this? We currently have in our midst right now the legendary gaming podcast in the world, the best gaming podcast in the world. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Definitely better than Two Guys at a Game. Ladies and gentlemen, the almighty Still Loading podcast. Josh Colville is in his house. My Podbeard Network brethren. Josh, my man, I didn't expect you. I know you were streaming. And if I had known you were streaming, I would not have streamed because I would have watched your stream. Because I've only been able to catch a minute or two of it because every time you stream them at work, and that's not me pitching or anything, that's just why I could never watch them. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Josh Colville's in the house, Still Loading podcast. And he subscribed to my YouTube. That's nice, buddy. Thanks. Only took you, 3 years? Jerk. Just kidding. Oh, man. Yeah, Josh, my man, I appreciate it. You didn't miss much, man. I'm just rambling on and shooting the shit, and we're going to get to some fun Q&A stuff and things later, and I have a very special announcement. Jason, all right, buddy. Appreciate the hell out of you, my man. I'll message you and let you know what I ended up announcing. I think you already know. Maybe relates to something I may be wearing. Who knows? I'm sure you can figure it out. But I appreciate you tuning in, my man. Thank you very much for everything that you do for the show. Have a fantastic night, man. And I cannot wait for the next time we get to hang. And I know the next time I need anything, you got me, my dude. Appreciate it. Yeah, Chris, the episode of having you and Ryan on, but that was really fun, man. And I'm not saying that because you're listening. That was really fun. That was a really awkward thing for me because that was the point where I was doing interviews in like my parents' office. And sorry, Josh is making me laugh with his comment. Little bastard. And doing interviews in that room was always really awkward because like we had like cats that lived in there and stuff, and like yeah, it was always really awkward. Now it's set up as a studio for my mother's piano teaching, so it would be fantastic for doing podcasts in. Which is hilarious. I've actually done a couple phone interviews in there, so there you go. But yeah, so that was, especially when like you don't know the people that are coming over at all. You guys show up and like my dumbass is sitting there like, hey, welcome to the cat den. Like, if I'm not mistaken, I think I literally said, sorry if it stinks. And you guys are like, what? Like, it's fine. It's good times. Good times. Yeah, Josh, man, that quarantine episode, holy shit. I've maybe listened to that episode like 6 times. That was the quarantine crossover episode with all the audio podcasts of Mikes and Beers, of Podbait Network, except for Mikes and Beers, because I'm stupid and didn't think to message Mikes and Beers co-hosts and be like, hey guys, what are you doing? Oh, jeez Louise. I was also heading to work though, so I was kind of limited on time. But yeah, that was a lot of fun, man. That was a lot of fun. Good times. I just got the notification. Do I still have it? Shit, I don't. I was going to show you. Still Learning Podcast has subscribed to the Harder Show. Excuse me, you dick. Cheers again to all y'all. Want to record a podcast in the cat den. Well, it wasn't a cat den per se. It was an office in which my parents conducted business. That was like on the outside of a garage where cats lived. But then the cats would go in the office. So my dumb ass would need to record a podcast. And this is when we were in the old apartment. And because Sam was, sleeping because she worked overnights, I was like, shit, I need a place to record. So my parents let me use the office, which was fantastic and worked great, except for the fact that there was no bathroom. So that led to some really funny moments where I had to literally be like, kick people out who had to go to the bathroom. I was like, can I tell everyone, like, hey, listen, I have no bathroom in my studio. I'm really sorry. Can I use your bathroom inside? No, you can't. I was literally like a freaking bathroom Nazi or something. Just because Sam was sleeping. That's the only reason why. But yeah, that led to some really funny, awkward shit. Should put that on a shirt. Yo, Jason, where'd you go? Want to record in my cat den? Want to record in a cat den? Bro, oh my god. If you guys could see that room now, like, I still wish I lived with my parents because I'd use that room all the time. Looks the exact same, just now there's not like tables everywhere and cat trees and shit like that. That's funny. Oh, my parents are probably going to kill me for saying that, but whatever, it's fine. Oh, shit, Chris. I should really put that on a t-shirt. I really should put that on a t-shirt. I've had ideas for stuff to put on t-shirts. The Taste the Riff. That was one that I said that I was trying to get over for a while there that I kind of just had to leave behind because it wasn't funny anymore. Quarantined round 2 with the whole network. Holy shit. We should do that. We should freaking do that, dude. Man. Woody, I don't know if you're still here, but we should set that up, seriously. We should do it. I have no idea when the fuck we're going to do it. Because, I mean, we can barely record mics and beers as it is, just because of our schedules. But maybe we can set it up next weekend or something. Something to think about. That could be fun. That could be fun. But it's only being hosted on my platform. Just kidding. It can be a still loading podcast and Harder Show exclusive. Call up the geeks, Josh. We got to get this thing going. But yeah, it was a cat den. Let's be serious. Yo, Chris, if there isn't a single on your first full length called "Let's Record in a Cat Den," I'm gonna be pissed. Or just call it like the TJ Hodder anthem or something like that. If you want to make me a theme song, I'm not against it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not against it. Yeah, Woody, that would be a shit show in the best way. Because you'd have my dumbass who would probably want to get drunk for it. Because last time I had to go to work and I was like really like, so if I want to get drunk for it. And then you'd have Josh who was like, someone would have to host it. We'd need like one person to be like kind of like the mediator between everybody. I feel like it'd have to be Josh. So I feel like I do such a shitty job at it that it maybe have to be Josh. Then you'd have the geeks who would just be fucking hilarious, and Woody who would obviously be hilarious, and then Sam who would be hilarious, and that would be just like, I don't even know. That would be ridiculous. It'd either be really funny and entertaining or it'd be just a clusterfuck. But either way, I'm in. We should do it. This is what we do here on The Hottest Show, folks. We have ideas for things. Oh, that's goody. That's good drinking. Dude. Okay, right now. I need two things from you, Chris. I know you got the time, man. I need a theme song for The Hottest Show. And I need an entrance theme song. Like, pretend I was a wrestler and make me, like, just, heavy. Not, like, drag a body through the mud heavy, but maybe, give me a few gut punches. Like some caveman hate breed riffage gut punches. You give me some of that, we'll work something out. I'm being totally serious. I would just, even just a riff. I'd love to hear what you come up with because you got some skills on that, my man. Your riffs are totally up my alley. Oh man! But if you guys currently, who are listening to the show or anything, have any questions at all about anything, now is the time. Let's get a little Q&A going here. I've been going for over an hour. So I guess it's time for some Q&A ski. Let's have some fun. Do a little Q&A. Excuse me. I'm not going to lie, folks. I had 4 shots of Sambuca and I've had half a beer and I'm feeling pretty good right now. I get what I like to call, and Woody can attest to this. I get what I like to call phantom drunk sometimes, where I get like hyper and excited to the point where like I act like I'm drunk, and I'm not drunk, but it may appear that I'm drunk. I'm not there yet, but I'm definitely getting like phantom tipsy, which is hilarious right now because that's just the kind of time we're having here on the 250th episode at Livecast. Yeah, man, theme song. Whew, that'd be fun. Don't give someone the power to make you know a penis is going to be involved. That is why I love you, Josh, because that is like, you have to really know what you're talking about to know what that means. And for those of you who don't know, my man Chris here, and Ryan, Also my man Ryan. Not Ryan Wood, but another Ryan. They have made it, mainly Ryan, has made it his mission in life. And he does this with Chris all the time, too. To take any picture at all. Actually, let me pull one up. He did one recently that was just fantastic. Hang on here. Just bear with me. Because it's worth it. It's fucking worth it. Chris, that just made me fucking laugh, man. Holy shit. Yeah, no, Josh, let's actually try and get that running, man. Let's actually, I'm being serious. Maybe you and I we'll do a call sometime this week and maybe lay out some ground plans and stuff. Because let's be serious. We're the brains behind this operation, man. Let's be serious. Woody, we do you not bring on more singers and groups who are pop or country oriented? Goddamn metal snob punk butthead. Oh, Woody. Here's the simple answer for that. They don't fucking respond to me when I've contacted them in the past. Or they ask me to fucking pay them. So that's why I don't get them on the show. If I have more followers than you on Instagram and you ask me to fucking pay you to come on my show, no. I don't care who your fucking producer is. What are you doing now? Nothing. That's not even aimed at anyone in particular. That's just a little side note there. So that's why, Woody, there's your answer. If you find me a good country artist that you like that's like kind of a local person, let me know, because I'd love to interview them, because I do enjoy old school country. No. I would do it. I just can't find anyone. I like metal. Okay? Metal and rock. Chris, I was for sure way too fucking high when we did the King Drew episode. Man, that was so funny because I didn't realize like how high you were until we got into it, and I was like, oh shit. Oh, that was funny. You're not wrong, Chris. Yeah, the metal community and stuff are very self-promoting, whereas country's kind of just like, hey, Myron, here's my song. It's called My Tractor Ran Away with My Dog. I hope you enjoy it. Well, my tractor ran away with my dog, you know. And they're very, you know, a lot of them don't like to talk about themselves. Not that metal and rock people do, but I find they're more inclined to do so. Okay, I found the picture I was looking for. I'm pulling it up here. But at the same time, I also had an interview somewhat recently with a young man who he did not want to talk about himself. And I had to stop the episode and I went, my man, like, I'm having you on this podcast to talk about you and your journey. So this is a platform for you to talk about yourself. And he didn't really understand. He's like, I just don't want to sound like I'm self-promoting too much. And I'm like, dude, that's why you're here. So once we got past that, it was a good time. But anyway, okay, let me pull up this picture before I forget here. Come on, picture. It's worth it, guys. I promise it's worth it. This is the moment you've all been waiting for here. It's not as funny as I remember, but it's still pretty funny. Shit, come on. Why is my internet so slow? Probably because I'm streaming. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Okay, hang on. It's happening. It's happening. If anyone's talking in the chat, just give me a second here. Okay. Uploading image. Where'd it go? Come on. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. This laptop is very slow. especially when I'm running freaking OBS and streaming to YouTube. Bear with me. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you... all right, so what we have here, I hope you guys can see that. What we have here is a creation. Hang on, I think it froze. Come on, little feller. There we go. Okay, I think it's up now. So what we have here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Is a work of art by my buddy Ryan, who likes to take pictures that I put up, and he does this with a bunch of people, not just me. And he literally will draw dicks and coming out of them, and just comment them. That's all he does. Yeah, it's actually not a little fellow. That's actually huge. But yeah. So yeah, this is a dick in the place of where a lightsaber would be in this picture coming on my face. So yeah. Get a good look at it, folks. Get a good look at it. That's some shit right there. All right, we're going to go ahead and remove that now. All right, let's get back out of here. Holy sweet mother of Jesus. Ladies and gentlemen. Brandon, how the hell are you? Ladies and gentlemen, the Beard Master is in the house from the okay, let me tell you real quick here. Oh my god, this is really cool. Okay. The Bearded Geeks is because I don't know. I'm really behind on stuff right now. Dagger, I apologize. But the Bearded Geeks, many of you know, I used to joke about the Bearded Geeks. They got a real nice pair down under, mate, because they're Australian, and I do a horrible Australian accent because I love Australian people. I don't know why. I just can't help it. I love y'all. One of my favorite podcasts. And it is so freaking good to hear from you, man. I hope you're still here. I appreciate you coming in, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so very much for the congratulations. It means a lot coming from you. I hope you're doing well. And, there's some crazy shit going on over there earlier this year. So I hope you guys are, hope you and everyone's doing well. I'm really behind on podcasts right now. So I'm not sure what's going on with you guys. I kind of kept up a little bit there. You guys kind of did a little comeback skiing. I was excited about that. But either way, man, I hope you're doing well. But yeah, it is really good to see you and hear from you, man. I hope you are all well. Good. That's good to hear, man. Good to hear you guys are still active. The Bearded Geeks, ladies and gentlemen, literally one of the best, movies, TV, video games, things of that nature. He has a really fun intro he does for it that I haven't heard forever, so I can't do it off the top of my head. But if you're into that kind of stuff, you got to check out the Bearded Geeks. Even just old episodes. I have not laughed as hard as I ever in my life, I don't think, as I did. I don't remember the episode number, but you guys, and this is me putting you over because you came out to my live stream here, but you guys did an episode where you were playing a card game. And it was really the first episode I think I had heard other episodes and really enjoyed them, but this one was just over the fucking top. I don't remember the episode specifically, but you guys were playing a card game. That was a battle card game. And it was I'm laughing just thinking about it. I can picture it in my head. You guys were playing this card game and it was battle characters or something. You would pick out a character and then you would pick up their weapon, then you would pick up something else. And the one card that I don't remember who it was who drew, and I apologize that I can't remember his name right now off the top of my head. But he drew Hillary Clinton. Super Fight, that's it. Yes, Super Fight, the first one. He drew Hillary Clinton as a rock troll. And you guys are kind of like, well, what would that be like? And I don't remember who it was, and I feel so bad I don't remember because it made me laugh so hard because I was literally power washing my deck at my old apartment, and I literally had to stop and sit down. I was laughing so hard. And he was Hillary Clinton as a rock troll or something like that. And he did an impression of Korg, I think his name is, from Thor Ragnarok. That I don't remember. I mean, I'm shitting the bed. I literally just watched Ragnarok the other day with Sam. I don't even remember, but it was like he did a spot on impression of him. It's like, yeah, I wouldn't have won if it wasn't for Trump. And like just the way he said it, holy shit. I don't think I've laughed that hard at a podcast ever, man. That was just because it caught me so off guard. I was just like, what? Oh, good times. And I also, of course, did have Brent on my podcast. Trying to think. Episode 167. Let's guess. I don't think that's it, but go check it out. Again, Bearded Geeks, fantastic podcast, Brent. I really appreciate you coming on, man. Thank you very much. Do appreciate it. I appreciate everybody who's tuning in, but I got to be honest, I did not expect to see the Bearded Geeks make an appearance here on today's live cast. So that was very cool. So thank you very much, my man, for tuning in. Yes, I am a sweetheart for saying ladies and gentlemen, even though there's only gentlemen here, I'm pretty sure at the moment. And y'all probably aren't gentlemen, but that's okay. Holy crap. Oh, I was laughing. Holy shit, man. This has been fun as hell. I got to thank you guys because this has been fun as hell. Cheers to you guys. This has been a super fun live cast, man. We got ourselves a dead soldier, folks. Ooh, excuse me. Man, oh man, oh man. So, I said earlier, before I got distracted by the dick pic and everything, if you guys have any like fun little question things or anything like that, this is the time, the Q&A type thing. While you guys are doing that, as far as the future of the Hotter Show, I have the biggest interview I've ever done coming up. And I can't say who it is yet because I don't want to jinx it. But he's a really good guy. And I'm very excited about it. Let's just say, excuse me, he is, what can I say about this gentleman? And I'm not sure exactly when the episode's coming because I haven't recorded it yet. I'm waiting to hear back from him. He is the guitar tech for a humongous band. Humongous band. One of the biggest bands in the world right now, from the rock standpoint of things. And it could be a very cool thing for me. Either way, I'm as excited as hell to talk to this guy because he's literally one of my idols as far as in the guitar tech world. So that's very cool. And I'm going to be a little closer here. And I'm so excited, man. I can't wait for this interview. I'm excited to get Jason on eventually when that happens. I'm excited for there's a bunch of artists coming up, local bands that I've been talking to. I have a hankering to do some more conspiracy theory stuff because I was talking conspiracy theories the other day with somebody and got the blood flowing a little bit with the conspiracy theory stuff. So that could be fun. But if there's stuff you guys want me to talk about, please let me know too, because at the end of the day, you know, I always say this podcast is a music interview review and just interviewing random people podcast. But at the end of the day, also, I'll talk about other things. You know, if there's stuff you want me to talk about, I'd love to hear from you guys on that. But I see we've got some questions here. Oh, of course, man. And that's good to hear. Hopefully, yeah, I'm hoping you guys are back at her, man. I'm excited about that. And now that life's a little less crazy for me, things are getting a little more back to normal. I'm not going to talk about it again because I already talked about it, but earlier in the podcast I talked about some my little minor run-in with the Rona. I'm fine. I didn't end up having it. And then like my entire podcast empire, so to speak, basically crumbling beneath me in a way. But yeah, that was so things kind of getting a little more back. We're getting back into our groove here a little bit. Excuse me. Okay. Chris asks, what is your favorite local band, past or present? Not anything I'm in. You knew what was coming. You were just like, don't fucking do it, man. Whew. Okay. As far as past, start with that. I loved Devoked, who, for those of you who are aware of who Devoked was, you know. But my boy Pat, who was here earlier, I don't think he's here anymore. He's literally one of my favorite guitar players. Pat writes stuff that blows my mind and that I love the way he writes. And he was a guitar player for that band. He wrote some badass stuff. And they were just a really fun, cool band. So I really enjoyed them. This is Death Valley were a great one. I'm trying to think of more past local bands. Put me on the spot, man. I can't think of anyone. No one off the top of my head that I can think of. Those are two that come to mind right away. Drag the Lake were great. Shit, son. Oh, man. There's one band I can hear their music. Brandon used to play in them. They were great. I really dug their stuff. It was kind of southern metal-y. Oh, shit. I literally have their CD, I'm pretty sure, somewhere. Brandon used to play in them. Shit. I can't remember their name, but they were badass. 1 Second Too Late were always good. Kind of like punk band. Pat is still listening. There you go, buddy. Yeah, no, Pat's my favorite guitar player, man. Let's just be serious. But yeah, Devoked were the almighty Devoked. Chris might actually know who Devoked is, so that's kind of funny. I didn't know you were so much, Pat. That's hilarious. I would have said that even if you were watching, but yeah. I can't think of any more past bands right now, and it's pissing me off. There's all these bands I know I'm forgetting. As far as right now, Beguiler have been kicking my ass big time. Fuck, I'm drawing a huge blank, man, on so much stuff. I'm going to kick myself in the ass when this is done. Any band I've had on the podcast the last few episodes, Her Majesty the King, badass band, tons of bands. Last year, one of probably my favorite song last year. I've talked about them tons on this show. The song or the album that I reviewed is called Useless Hands. It was an EP by a band that for some reason I'm drawing a blank on their freaking name right now, and I don't know why. This is what happens. This is another reason why I don't do live stuff, because I always I draw blanks randomly on shit, and I don't know why. Rival Town, Jesus Christ. Rival Town are badass. I have never cried on this podcast before up until I started talking about and reviewing that EP and the way it made me feel, and fuck, man, that was utterly ridiculous. But let me go through my my current playlist right now because I'm drawing a blank on a bunch of bands. But yeah, I mentioned Beguiler. They're kicking my ass right now. Burdizzo are fucking brutal if you're into grindcore and stuff like that. The Crease Rule, if you're into punk rock stuff, fuck, the Crease Rule are badass. Can't say enough good things about the Crease Rule. Out of Toronto, Don Valley are big supporters of this show, and they are badass, man. I love Don Valley. Big shouts to Ethan Flynn. I really dig his EP. I've been rocking that a lot lately. Harmonic Dissection. I can't believe I forgot about them. They actually just dropped a demo. This is our design, so check that out. I haven't listened to the whole thing yet, but really good dudes. I had them on the show, and I ended up actually fucking up and not realizing that I scheduled an interview for a night that I didn't think I had an interview scheduled. I was already half in the tank, and they were just cool as fuck about it, and we just had a really good time. King Catalyst, another favorite of mine. Crane just dropped a new single. That's some badass stuff. I've been rocking that a lot lately. Nothing Serious is always, some of my favorite fucking people on the planet are in Nothing Serious, man. I love those guys. Outshined, obviously. You guys heard them earlier. Rolls Royce, my boys in Rolls Royce. Single Wound, who are coming out with a new single shortly. I cannot wait for that. They are a badass band. Words Like Wildfire, they had 2 singles that came out last month and a bit. Badass band if you're into kind of like metalcore-y type stuff, very accessible type metalcore and things of that nature. You're going to love them. Very badass band. Those are some kind of off the top of my head and just looking through my playlist real quick. There's tons of bands I'm forgetting. Well, those are a few. This week, I have been rocking Beguiler a lot, though. I love my Beguiler. And I'm not into like deathcore stuff, really, but I'm rocking a lot of Beguiler this week. I don't know why. And the reality is, too, man, is I've been rocking that fucking Dragged single since it came out, so I gotta be honest. Is what it is. Excuse me. Woody asks, how did you end up finding Some Groups podcasts? Woody, sorry, just for context, do you mean like can you maybe elaborate on that? I'm just, sorry, buddy, I'm stupid. I don't understand what you mean. How did you end up finding Some Groups podcast? Do you mean like podcasts I've come across, podcasts I like, or I don't really understand the question, sir. Brent asks, out of anyone past, present, alive, or dead, who would you love to sit down and interview with? That is a very easy question, sir. All I need to do is pan my camera ever so slightly. That would be Lane Staley of Alice in Chains. Hands down. Would have loved the chance to interview him. He was literally my... Are we back? Maybe? Come on. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Are we back? Okay, I think we're back. I don't know what I did. I fucked up. Sorry, boys. I don't know what I did. I hope we're back. If someone could comment and let me know we're back, that'd be fantastic. It says I'm back, but yeah. I don't know if you guys saw that, but Lane Staley of Alice in Chains, Brent, is a big one for me. I saw someone like famous. I would have loved the chance to interview him because he's my favorite. Music helped me through a lot. Gonna try really hard not to like start fucking crying here. But real talk, I would have loved to get a chance to interview my grandfather. Just talk with him on the podcast. I don't know why. I just think it would have really. So I'm just checking the chat here. My chat's sending, but I don't know if the If someone could let me know, Woody, if you're still listening and you can hear me, if you could text me and let me know if you typed in the chat or whatever, that'd be very helpful. Thank you. Yeah, I would have loved to have sat down with my grandfather and just shoot the breeze with him. That's something that I kind of always wanted to set up and just never got around to it. I wish that if I had started the podcast a little earlier, when he was still especially living with us, it probably would have happened because he was such a great storyteller. And it would have been very fun just to get him on the show. Would have been very fun. It would have been a great time. Don't mean to bring this down, but that's Woody, I'm currently texting you because I'm not sure if my chat's still working, and this kind of defeats the entire purpose of doing this live cast if the chat isn't working for some reason. Let me pull out the chat here. Yeah, but yeah, so I hope that answers your question, Brent. That is someone who I would really love to have interviewed my grandfather. That is a big one. I would have loved the chance to do that. Anyway, okay. Not going to talk about that anymore because I'm going to start crying because I miss my grandfather very much, obviously. As far as anyone else, trying to think. I'd love to have Sam on again. It's never going to happen, though. I've tried. She's not going to do it. I have tried to thank you, Woody. I appreciate it. You're letting me know what's going on here. I see I missed some stuff, so I'm gonna have to scroll back. So if you did something in the chat and I haven't answered yet, please just give me a second because I lost my stream there for a minute or two there because I moved my computer. But yeah, Sam's never gonna do it. we've talked about that before. So hopefully that answers that question, Brent. Pat, of course, man. You're my favorite guitar player, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, Social Strife is in his house. You want to talk about people I want to interview? I'm assuming, Sean, you're the one behind the Social Strife chat here. Why the fuck haven't we set that interview up yet? Let's do it. What am I doing? Why have we not set that up yet? Mean Beard, I appreciate it, my brother. Thank you very much for all the support you do, man. I seriously appreciate it. Sean and Social Strife literally are some of the biggest supporters of this show. They share everything I do, so I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. I always notice I don't always get to the comment and stuff like that, but I always try to make sure you see that I appreciate it and things of that nature. So thank you very much. I have to pull the chat out here. I keep losing my chat here. Hang on, guys. Sorry. I don't know what the hell's going on. Pulling the chat out here again. There we go. There it is. Okay. Chris, thank you very much for letting me know, my man, that we're back working here. Woody, how did you end up finding some of the podcasts you listen to and support? Did you find them by accident? Okay, so thank you for clarifying that question. Basically, what's really funny, as much as I talk shit about Twitter, because like there's so much fake people and bullshit on it, I found Josh from Still Loading Podcast through Twitter. Through Two Guys in a Game, actually, which is hilarious. Beauty Geeks, I found through Twitter. Through Two Guys in a Game as well, if I'm not mistaken, actually. The No Geeks Allowed, I found through Twitter, through Two Guys in a Game. JG Pro Wrestling, my boy. One of the best wrestling podcasters out there. I found him through Twitter. Fork Found Movie Reviews, who were a podcast that I absolutely were one of my favorite podcasts. that are unfortunately no longer active. I found them through Twitter. I found a lot of podcasts through Twitter, which is kind of funny to think about because I just hate Twitter now. I can't stand it. I literally want nothing to do with Twitter. I only go on there to ask questions to any of Conrad Thompson's podcasts. I don't really give a shit about anything else, to be honest with you, on there. But that was where I found a lot of them. And there's a great community of podcasts out there. In my experiences, it's very one-sided. It's very, they want your support, and when push comes to shove, they don't really want to support you back, which kind of sucks. But that's okay. That's okay. It's all good. Because I have the support of my people who listen to the show and who are tuning in here tonight. So really, at the end of the day, that's all I care about. But hopefully that answers that question for you, Woody. That is a fantastic question, by the way. Very good. You are like a professional question asker. And if anyone else has any questions, now is the time. I would love to answer your questions. And then we're going to do my little announcement that I have here that I'm very, very excited about, that I'm getting ready to do here. And then we'll maybe call her a night here. This has been so much fun. I thank you guys so much for tuning in, man. This has been just an absolute blasty blast to get to do this here with you guys. And get to hang out and just have fun. Man, that's what this is all about. I am a little concerned my chat is not working, so I'm just going to very quickly... Oh, there we go. Awesome. All right, thank you, Woody. I appreciate it, my man. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. I'm getting ready to wrap her up here anyway. Yeah, if no one has any other questions or anything, or anyone listening has any more questions, I think we're just going to get right to it. Let's get right to it. The surprise. What could I possibly be announcing here today? Could I be announcing a network? I already did that. Could I be announcing a new podcast? I already done that too. Never really usually works out too well, except for Mike's and Beers for me. Could I be announcing a cool guest that's coming up? I've already done that too. So what the hell could I possibly be announcing? Ladies and gentlemen, if you would turn your attention, those watching live, to the... Chris, yeah, we should do that. For sure. We should we'll just figure it out. We'll do it. Let's just hang out. I'll have a few beers. You can rip a bowl and we'll talk conspiracy theories. It'll be a good fucking time, man. We should for sure do that. But as far as that's my announcement here, this is cool because I have been working on this for a while, as has Jason Reese, Jay Richards Alerts, has been working on this as well for a very long time. Oh boy. Before COVID-19 happened, I was going to announce this, and I'm very excited to now announce, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, if you turn your attention to the screen where my face is, you will see, I think in a second here, I don't want to say what it is until it actually pops up on my little viewing thing here. Come on, pop up please. I want to make sure y'all can see it before I start yapping. Come on now. Good Lord Almighty, why is it taking so long to update? Okay, fuck it. As I hope you guys can see, ladies and gentlemen, the Hodder Show has a brand new t-shirt. Now, this may not seem like a big deal to some people, but let me tell you something. I have been working on this new fucking t-shirt for like 2 years. So, here we are. This is it. Brand new logo, designed by Jason Reese. I'll maybe try and give a little bit of a closer up view here. Don't move that. No. There we go. Trying to give you guys a little bit of a more blown up view here. Look at that shit. That is a badass logo, is it not? That is badass. I really like it. I hope you guys like it too. It is the updated Harder Show logo with some stuff around it. The EST 2016, because this guy right here has been running this podcast gauntlet since 2016. And I have no plans of slowing down anytime soon. And I am now, as of today, taking pre-orders for the t-shirt. If no one wants them, I ain't doing them. But if you would like a t-shirt, hit me up. Let me know. When the time comes for me to order the shirts, I will need the money. I cannot do the whole, I'll buy a shitload of t-shirts and then hopefully I sell them. Just, unfortunately, I can't do that. Obviously, the way the world is right now, this is maybe not the best time to be launching a new t-shirt, but I wanted something special for the Livecast. So that's what we're rolling with. So again, as you guys can see, the new Harder Show t-shirt. Look at it. Oh, it's so fantastic. Made by J. Bridges Digital Arts. Sorry, I just showed you that guy's crotch too. I love this shirt, man. This shirt is badass. Really, really like it. Kind of funky, very modern. I'm all for it. I really like it. I love the old Harder Show logo, but when I hit up Jason and said, man, I feel like I just need something a little fresh, he hit me up with the logo you guys see now and then this t-shirt as well. And me and Jason's relationship started with a t-shirt design. So it's kind of fun that 250 episodes later, 4 years later, we're still rocking and rolling with a brand new t-shirt. So if you would like this t-shirt, let me know. Hit me up. As far as t-shirts, I believe they are going to be $25. I believe. It could be a little cheaper. Please don't quote me on that. I want to quote high in case I'm wrong. I think it's going to be at $25 because I'm not ordering a shitload of them. If I was ordering a shitload of them, they'd be like $15-20. All I am doing is covering costs. They're very good quality t-shirts. That's why I'm paying so much for them. The last batch t-shirts I got were greatly designed, but the actual material was meh. This time around, we're spending some better money on the product, so our cost is a little higher. But it's a great shirt, man. It's going to be a great, comfortable shirt. The t-shirt itself, I don't know all the details on it as far as like if it's 100% cotton or whatever, that kind of shit. I'm sure it is. But again, if you guys would like one, I believe it's going to be about $25. That includes tax and all that fun stuff. Let me know. Hit me up. The pre-orders will not be happening quite yet. I'm going to give it a couple days. Let people who have checked this stream out hit me up. And then I will kind of go from there. Then I'll launch the t-shirt officially for everybody else and see who wants one. I need a minimum of 15 orders. And if I don't get 15 orders, then we got to hold off on the t-shirts for a little bit. Maybe until early next year if I don't get enough pre-orders. Because I can't justify spending the money right now with everything going on to just have some t-shirts sitting around. Either way, Harder Show t-shirt. Hope you guys like it. I really do. I hope you guys enjoy it. And again, let me know. Love to hear from you. But what you think of the t-shirts? Go back to the chat here. Yeah, Pat, it's a badass shirt, man. Honestly, I'm a big fan of it. And I was just saying that. When he sent me that, I was like, fuck yeah, man, I love it. Because I like the old Harder Show t-shirt, where it's just the logo. I should have worn one. I'm now realizing I didn't wear a fucking Harder Show t-shirt because I'm stupid. Yeah, stickers are another thing we're looking at. We're looking at a few things right now. Harder Show face masks, Harder Show condoms, Harder Show dildos, the full 9 yards. We're looking at really building the brand of the Harder Show merchandise. We've discussed formed dildos as well. Obviously, they wouldn't be very big, but, It'd be, oh, fuck. I hope someone else found that funny, too, because I thought that was really funny. Chris, thanks, man. I definitely will. Definitely appreciate you saying you get sick and eat it. I think probably later this week I'll announce to everybody else in the world the t-shirt and the pre-order. Again, I stress I'm not 100% on the cost. I believe it's going to be around $25. With everything going on right now, that could change. I have no fucking idea. They could charge me $30 a shirt. I have no idea what's going to happen. But I can tell you guys, I'm not really going to be making money on them. I just want to get these shirts out there in the world. Because I've been talking about these fucking t-shirts for 2 years. So I wanted to get everything freaking going. But with that, we've had our announcement. We've had some fun here. I've done some shots of Sambuca and drank myself a Coors Banquet. And I didn't even touch my water. That's how much fun we've been having here. Before we go, I have not shouted them out at all this podcast, and I need to do so. Ladies and gentlemen, Mean Beard, the best beard care company in the fucking world. You will not find anyone better. Fantastic company, fantastic people that run it, and that make your product for you and ship it out for you. You can see in the down below here, Mean Beard logo. Always repping Mean Beard, man. Mean Beard is the shit. I'm a proud brand ambassador for them. If you or someone needs some beard products, hit your boy up or go on meanbeardco.com. Use my coupon code. That's right, my coupon code MB15TJH. You'll get 50% off at checkout. If you need some beard products, who doesn't need beard products? You know what I'm saying? If you have a beard or you have someone in your family who has a beard, one of the next kind of holidays we're looking at coming up is, I think Father's Day coming up soon, right? No, a couple months from now. Whatever. Maybe you have a birthday for someone coming up. Mean Beard's the way to go, man, for sure. They always don't have beard stuff as well. They have some t-shirts and combs and things of that nature. So, meanbeardco.com, man, best beard product in the world. My beard's never been better. And this has never been better. I have never had this much fun on a freaking live cast, I don't think. So thank you guys so very much for tuning in. It means the absolute world to me. Especially for those of you who have stuck around for, the whole thing. Pat, thank you, man. You've been here since the second I freaking started the first one. Chris, you've been here pretty much since the beginning too, man. So thank you. I appreciate the hell out of it. It's been a lot of fun, man. So thank you guys very much. I appreciate you. If for some reason you're listening to this and you missed the beginning of the podcast, this video will be live shortly after I end the stream here. So be sure to go check it out. The audio version will be up. I might just wait till Thursday to drop the audio version or sometime later this week. I'm not sure when. Most people are going to want to probably just watch the video anyway. That's just the way to do it. But either way, I thank you, all of you, so very much for all the support. Big shout out to my Patreon supporters, people who help make this show possible. Patreon.com/The Hodder Show. My hotheads, people who pay a monthly subscription to help support the show. I thank you guys so very much for that. It means the absolute world to me. My boy Scotty D, who is he is the best, one of the best people you will ever meet in your entire life, and also is the best damn window power washing gutter cleaner guy in the freaking business. Suds Window Cleaning here in Clarington. Hit them up, especially once all this COVID shit over. If you live in the Clarington, Ontario, Canada area and you need some of that stuff taken care of, Suds Window Cleaning on Facebook. He is the man. Scotty, thank you so very much for all your support. And of course, my boy Will from Rolls Royce. Rolls Royce, I talked to him a little bit earlier. They are, as far as punk rock is concerned, one of the best in the entire world. Badass. They just released an EP not that long ago. They were also on the show not that long ago as well. Go check them out. Rolls Royce. Badass band. Spelling of Rolls also, by the way, is RAWLS. Rolls Royce. ROYCE. Badass band. And Will, thank you so very much for all your support of the show, my man. I appreciate it. If you are interested in joining the Patreon and helping to support the show more than just listening, which is the best way to support the show, just listen. tune in, click that play button. Downloads help grow this show. It really does. But if you want to throw $1 every month my way or $5 my way every month, all that's going to do is help build this show more and maybe help your boy get a new laptop. That's it. It's not a donation. You do get extra content that no one else is going to see. I've been really sloppy on it the last month because, fucking COVID and shit. But I'm getting ready to drop some more stuff on there. There's an exclusive podcast on there that no one else hears, which is basically me in a car driving to work talking about stuff that's on my mind. And it's not the harder show. So it's a lot of fun. And a bunch of other stuff. There's behind the scenes stuff you're not going to find anywhere else from me. Announcements, things of that nature. So consider it, Obviously, it's a rough time right now. Anybody who, does not join the Patreon is perfectly fine. I'm not begging for money or anything. That's not what the Patreon is. It's just a way to help support maybe some of your favorite creators financially a little tiny bit. $5 a month, that's what? A trip through Tim Hortons, depending on what you get. Something to think about, I guess. $1 less than a trip to Tim Hortons. Something else to think about. Either way, thank you guys very much for tuning in to the 250th episode Livecast. I appreciate it, and I will catch you next time right here on The Hotter Show. Video fist bump. Boom. Take it easy, guys.